Hi everyone, welcome here to my channel. My name is Fabiana and in today's video I'm going to be unboxing this I-cord maker to show you guys how to use it and a few tricks and things that I learned along the way just by testing every single yarn that I have here on my stash. I did try many of the yarns, so I'm gonna be showing you all the yarns that I tried as well and which ones you should avoid. And also at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you 10 different types of projects that you can use I-cords for that are made on with this machine here. And I also made a few examples of little things that you can make like super fast. Some of the things that I made they only took me from 5 to 10 minutes to make after this I-cord was ready. And what's great about this machine is you just plug it in with the USB cable that comes with it, and it's just pretty simple to cast on the stitches and everything to make it work. Now this machine will come in this box here. It's a pretty nice box, I think it's pretty nice boxed. And once you open it, it has, and that's what I like about it, actually has a few extra needles in case you break the needles, and that could easily happen depending of the yarn that you are using. Cotton yarn tends to like to break needles. It comes with an extra screw, that's the screw used to attach the machine. This big screw here, you can remove it and you just stay like this, so that's the way it comes in the box. It has a little rubber feet here just to attach to the table. Put this piece in with this part to the top, and then this screw here you're gonna attach to on this little hole. And that's really the only thing you have to do to put this little machine together. All the rest is gonna come just basically ready to use. You're gonna attach to any size table. One thing that's good to do here is to have a table that's at least a meter from the floor or even more, because once the I-cord gets made, it's gonna drop on the floor, so the more space you have, the better. He has also two weights to put it on the I-cord as the machine works, and they are just really simple to use. All you do is this, and then you put the cord through here. And I really like these weights compared to an Adi egg or something like that. They're much easier to use than the Adi egg one. There's also a big hook that comes with it, and this is really handy when you want to put the yarn through this hole in the middle here. And there's this little book here, and I'm gonna show you from the top down as well. It comes with this installation guide here, but all I did really was follow the images, and here are all the instructions. If you follow this manual here, there's no way to get it wrong. It's a very easy machine to use, and what I like about it is that I had other I-cord machines before that I couldn't make them, I simply couldn't make them work. I don't know, there's a little blue one that's really cheap on Amazon. I couldn't make that thing work, and it was really annoying. So when I got this, Caydo actually gave to me, and I got this for Christmas. So thanks Caydo for that. So let me show you now how it works, and then after that I'm gonna show you how to give it a little clean after a while it gets dirty. And then I'm gonna show you all the projects that I have in mind and some of the projects that I already made just by testing a few of the yarns that I have here. So to start, grab just these three things. You're gonna need this, and I also like to use a yarn ball on the bottom just to catch the I-cord while it makes it, if you are making a very long one. And then choose a yarn that, you can even try the yarn that comes with it. It works really well on this I-cord maker. But I'm using a double knit yarn. That's a yarn that's always works. Like every yarn that's double knit or size 3 that I tried, it worked really well. And so what you're gonna do, first thing, you're gonna put through this little hole here. And then once you did that, you're gonna put through this needle here. And then you're gonna drop the needle through the hole in the middle, like just like this. Then you can remove it. And then to thread it, you're gonna go that way, and then you're gonna put the yarn inside the first hook, and then on the back of the second hook, and then in front of the third hook, and on the back of the fourth hook again. And I'm gonna show you from the top, that's a better vision for that. And then after the fourth hook, all the hooks will start catching the yarn. And then I like to make a few rows without turning it on. And you can work this machine manually as well if you want. If you want to, it works like a manual machine, just like the other ones as well. Put this weight, pass the yarn through, and just release and then it's gonna grab the yarn. Now it's just really turn it on. Even though it's an electric I-cord maker, you have to pay attention to it at all times, because what happens is it's not strong enough to pull the yarn, so it will clog up if you don't, if the yarn's just loose, just like this, okay? So it has to be really loose. It doesn't like to pull the yarn at all, so it doesn't like any tension, and so the yarn has to be really free on the table. The weight, it's gonna be twisting around on the bottom, so make sure you don't put the yarn down here, because it's gonna happen what I'm gonna show you now in the video. The yarn is gonna get all twisted around the I-cord, and it's just gonna be a big mess. So that's it, that's the way it works. If you wanna bring that weight up, you can either turn off the machine for a while, you can turn off the machine anytime, it doesn't matter. It will restart itself on the right place. And then all you have to do is just press this and pull it. So it's right on the top again, and that's why it's good to have a tall table, that you're gonna have a lot of space in between where the weight is to the bottom, because when you reach the bottom, it's gonna clog up as well if you don't put it up high. And now to cast off the stitches, once you're done with your I-cord, all you have to do is just cut the yarn. You can stop the machine or not, it doesn't matter. And then you're gonna hold the weight on the bottom, or you can even remove the weight even before that, but just make sure you pull the yarn on the bottom a bit, so it keeps making the stitches while you have the yarn in there. And then just stop the machine, and here you go. Here is your I-cord. That's how it will look like after. You just bind this off with a tapestry needle, it's quite easy. You can pull a few stitches if you don't have enough to put inside the needle. And then you're gonna go through each one of the loops. There might be other ways as well to do this, but that's the way I do all the time, and it works for me, so. The needle through all of them, and then just pull it, and that's how it's going to look like. Now there's a way to join both ends together seamlessly, and I'm gonna show you that in a second when I show you all the projects. Before I show you the yarn types that you can use to open this machine and clean it, because a lot of dust from the yarn stays here on the bottom, all you have to do is remove that screw, and you can even unscrew it and leave it in that hole right there, that one there, and then remove this second screw here, and this part here will come off like I'm showing you now. And all you have to do is just wipe it with a little bit of alcohol and a little cloth, and we'll just clean again. Sometimes even pull the needles up and down so you can clean them as well. And you will see that on the bottom of this part here, there's a little bit of grease. I would leave it there just because I think the machine needs the grease just to work. So this is the way you clean your machine. I will do that quite often. Every time you see there's a little bit of dust or remainings of the yarn, you can do that. It's quite simple, okay? Now let's see the yarns that I tried. Oh, I started trying the yarn that came with it, which is this one here. It is a double knit yarn. It's very, very soft, and I wish I could buy this actually because I really like this yarn, how soft it is on the skin. So I think the softer the yarn is, the better it will slide up and down on the needles, just like the circular knitting machines that we used, and it will work better because of that. The second one that I tried, and I even made a little bit of finger knitting there, is this yarn here that's really silky. It's also a double knit yarn. It has 100 grams and 230 meters on each ball, so it's a light 3 yarn. It's not worsted. Third one that I tried was the velvet. The velvet did clog up after a while, so I think if you want to use velvet, you have to, even though it looks really nice, the I-cord it makes, so you probably have to pay a lot of attention while making it so this doesn't happen, okay? Third one, mandala ombre, I used, worked really fine, and I actually like how it looks like as well. I think you could make, and I already put a little ring there. You could probably make some jewelry, bracelets, something like that would look nice for summer. Or even a border of, and I'm gonna show you soon how to do that, a border of a blanket or something like that, that with a matching color would look nice. I tried mohair as well, which is a really fine yarn, and that's how it looks like. I think it will look really nice as a cord for a beanie or something like that, just because it's, or even for a lace, like we use sometimes on our clothes and everything. And then there's the double knit. I did test a few cotton yarns. This is another one similar to mandala ombre, and this is cotton, pure cotton yarn. This is actually a thread that's it has no give to it at all, and it still worked fine, okay? I started already a bracelet with this that's gonna close like this. I'm gonna show you just how to close both ends together in a second. And then this little thicker cotton yarn as well, that can be used for, cotton yarn is really, really good for jewelry because it doesn't have much give, and you can wash it, and it's better for summer as well. I don't know, I just like cotton yarn for jewelry instead of just double knit yarn. So these are the types of yarns. Now I'm gonna show you a few projects that we can make with all these I-cords that we made. Before I show you all the projects that you can make using these I-cords, I'm going to just show you how to join both pieces together seamlessly. So we have to open the bottom one that we closed, remove it from this loop here. There's no problem if a few of the stitches open, and then on the other side you have to open for a bit as well. And then you're gonna need a darning needle for that, or a tapestry needle. And then what I like to do is kind of make a little knot on this side here in a way that doesn't open any other stitch, and then just hide this tail inside this one side. Okay, so make a knot, hide this first tail very gently so you don't open these stitches here any more than what they are now, and then put the needle through the second side, and then we are going to graft them both. So to do that, I'm going to straight to the other side from here. Then I'm going to put it this way. So this way it's gonna have the same shape, V shape that the bottom has, and it will close seamlessly, just like this. Now I'll have to go through here and here the same way on the other side as well. And now we can pull it. So you need to be very careful when you make these stitches not to open the other stitches. And then the same way again through the next 2 loops. So you're gonna work 2 times in each one of the loops, Like right now, I finished the other loop here, and I'm going to put the needle through here first and then into the next one here. And then again in the same loop, and then the very next one. And then here just to join the first with the last one. And the same way on the other side. Let me see, where were they? Here and here, I guess. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty much seamless. And then try to somehow hide this knot on the back just by pulling through the hook through this way. That's it, guys. So this was my first thing actually doing that. I use this stitch a lot to seam the shoulders of my projects. That's why I know it. It's called graft stitch. You make just little V's just to repeat the work of the remaining stitches. This thread, these tails here, you can cut after. And now let's talk about projects you can make on your with using I-cord. So I made a list of 10 different items that you can make with these I-cords. And the first one is bag handles or straps for the phones. This item is super trendy now in Europe. A lot of people are using that, which is just make a strap around here for your phone, or just really big chunky straps for the handbags. I separated here a few pictures for you guys to see. So you can do that with these I-cords. Just make sure on the inside you use a shoelace or something like that, just to make sure you won't stretch that much, because these ones, even though you can use them to make the macrame around for the bags, for the bag handles and strap, they tend to stretch a little. So to stop that, you could use on the inside only these shoelaces, just for the strength of it. You could also make braids out of velvet for your handbags, like winter bags or something like that, just using the same yarn that you use for your handbag, or even finger knit. Like if you have a finger knitted bag, you can make a strap with using the same color but macrame as well. There's a lot of options on bag handles, and I think it's a really cool item. Very easy to make, and then you only make a few meters on your Caydo I-cord machine. The macrame stitches are very easy. They're really knots you're gonna make, and it's really easy to learn as well online. So this is the first item that I wanted to show you guys. And then the second item you can make is drawstrings for hoodies, like this one. I made on the Centro Knitting machine, and then I made this drawstring here on the Caydo I-cord machine. It is a worsted weight yarn, but I made it work, so it was fine. That's how it looks like. You can make a lace on the bottom of the hoodie. These are the one that I made. These are bow ties for sweaters or cardigans. This is the bow tie that I made. Again, a worsted weight yarn that worked fine, just fine, okay? This is the cardigan. So you can make that using the same yarn that you use for the project, which is good, because then you're gonna have a drawstring just exactly that's gonna match your project. That's why I recommend this little tool to have at home. It's so useful for a lot of things. And then the third type of projects that you can make with it are headbands. And I'm gonna show you some images of headbands here, but you basically make like this, and then you can make a bow tie on the top or something like that. You could insert inside this round elastic inside through the inside of the I-cord, and that way make it stretchable as well. I think it's an option. I haven't tried that, but it's an option for headbands for kids as well. I think that would work great with the elastic inside, because then would hold on the head. And so this is the third option. And then the fourth type of project that you can make with your I-cord machine, I'm gonna show you here a few keychains. Keychains are very easy to make. All you're gonna need is a wire with the right gauge. Like I bought this wire here and it's an 18 gauge. I think you need a little more thick than that, even if you want to make the signs as well. So because mine was too thin, I made it double. So I just doubled it and I made this keychain here with a little bandana thing. And then you can add some beads here as well, and I used that wire but just doubled. And this was really simple to make. I think I took like 10 minutes to make this. And then you can attach this to any key. I think it's a cute present as well. Again, it's a great product for markets as well, because it's small, it's fast to make, and you can make like a lot in a day and then just sell it for a cheaper price. I think cheaper price products sell really good in markets, and it's a product that you can sell summer or winter, it won't matter. The next type of projects that you can make with an I-cord is jewelry. And I made here a little bracelet for me. It was very, very fast to make, to put it together as well. Again, another great item for summer markets. It has a boho style, I think super cute. This is really trendy right now, using these big closures for jewelry as well. And you could make necklaces just like this too. That's how it looks like after. I think it could sell nice in markets as well. That's another great option that you can make with these I-cords. And the next one is just grab the yarn, the panel or the blanket that you made, and you can make an edge out of this just by seaming with the mattress stitch right next to it. So I'm just gonna seam it quickly and show you guys. It would probably stop the curling as well of the entire project, and then all you're gonna do is mattress stitch through the I-cord as well to join on the sides. You could join with the graft stitch on the opposite end as well. So I'm just gonna quickly do it just to show you guys how it looks like, but it was an idea that came to my mind while I was researching to make this video for you guys. So I'm gonna show you a few photos of things that I saw that are similar to that. You can also seam bottom cases with I-cords that I think it's really nice. I'm gonna show you one or two pictures that I found here. So all you're gonna do is really just go through 2 rows at a time. So this is how it's gonna look like. You can do that around the blanket. And what's nice about it is that you can double. Let me see another color just that matches. You can just double like this and just mattress stitch the second one as well. This is another great option that you can make. I think it's really nice. You can use them, even use like on sweater edges or something like that. It fully stops the curling as well of the panels. And the next one is pet collars or leashes. While I wouldn't do a leash with this yarn, because with this I-cord, because it's just too stretchy for a leash, I think, unless again you use something like this inside that you won't stretch that much. So this was the color that I came up with. I'm gonna still try on my mom's dog, that's why I didn't cut this. So I used this shoelace cord inside just to make it strong, and I also added a little ring in the middle just to put the tag here as well. This color was quite easy to make. If you guys want me to make a tutorial about it, just comment in the comments area there so I know that you liked it. I think it's really nice because it's kind of a really customized pet collar because of the colors of the yarn. So you can choose really any yarn that you prefer and just macrame with very easy knots around it and make this pet collar even with a ring and that. This is the ideas that I have for pet collars. The next project that you can make as well is Christmas ornaments. There's a lot of ornaments that can be made, and I'm gonna share a few photos here from Christmas trees to reindeers to everything you can think about, you can make just with the wire. Don't forget the gauge of the wire has to be 16 or less, so you can bend it and will stay in shape for this type of projects, okay? I think for this type of projects as well, a double knit acrylic yarn that will cover the entire wire, because what happened on this one for me, and I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of can see the wire coming out of there, and this is because I use the cotton yarn. The cotton yarn won't cover the wire as good as this yarn here, just because the stitches are more close together, okay? So this is what I recommend for you, just using double knit if you're making Christmas or any ornaments with the wire inside, okay? And then the next thing that you can use I-cords for, it's to finger knit. And I think you can get like a beautiful finger knitting project just by making the project this way with this type of yarn here, or you can make any chunk yarn you prefer, like you can make any color you prefer, and with the joining that I showed you as well, you can mix other colors together and just make a completely customized finger knitting yarn for yourself. And for much less, the cost would be much less, because finger knitting yarns, they tend to be quite expensive. And then the last one that I want to talk about is the letter signs. So people use the letter signs a lot for nursery babies and to hang on the door. There are very cute ideas that you can make, again with the wire inside the I-cord. And for that, same thing again, make sure you use a cord that where the stitches are very close by, like these ones. This one wouldn't show the wire inside. Also, you can use the velvet ones if you can work with velvet, and just make little parts, little fluffy parts or something like that. And that's a great option as well. So this is the last type of projects that I have for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me your comment, let me know which project you're gonna be making first with your Caydo Electric I-Cord maker. It's a great tool in my opinion. It works really well. I have it for 6 months now, and so I didn't have a problem with it. Make sure if you wanna buy, just click on the link down in the description below and you get a 10% discount with my code. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend.